Hi, this is Lesrine, and today I'm going to be talking to you about breaking down costs when buying a new property. While there shouldn't be any hidden fees when buying a property, you want to really make sure you understand what additional costs or charges you're going to have to deal with at the end of the purchasing process. You really should have additional money put away, because sometimes charges may add up and you may not have realized it. So you really want to cross all your T's, dot all your I's when you're speaking with your lawyer and also having conversations with your agent. One of the first costs that you perhaps will have, it all depends on your level of, risk, but most families would want to do a home inspection. With a home inspection, you want to get a qualified inspector to investigate, the plumbing, the wiring, the insulation in the roof, your roof, see if there's any leaks or any floods. So that should really be done before your deal gets firmed up. And it could range from maybe $350 up to maybe $600 to get a really good qualified home inspector. And that is something, if you're really iffy, and even if you're a first-time buyer, you really want to make sure that gets done so you have no hidden charges or no surprises at the end of the transaction when you close your deal. So the other fee would be property taxes. Property taxes differ from home to home, and so what you will need to know is exactly what those property taxes is going to cost you, especially in the first year. Each year property taxes go up, so at least within your first year you want to understand how much you will have to be paying, whether it's monthly, it could be a part of your mortgage payments, it could be something that you pay up front, but you want to know what that's going to cost you for the duration of that first year, just to make sure you have that money set aside. You also have utility charges, and again, that varies from home to home. So you have your water, you've got electricity, you also have the gas. So those are charges that you want to be able to factor in. And I tend to like to factor it just a little bit higher, just so that I'm comfortable with what those monthly charges are going to be and that I have that money set aside each and every month. And again, it really is based on the usage within your home. So if you have a very large family, it's probably going to cost you a little bit more. And then if you have a smaller size family, it won't cost you as much. Other charge that you really need to make sure you have is home insurance. Really vital. You just don't know what could potentially happen with a home. So you want to ensure that you get a good home insurance that will protect you from fire, from anything that could potentially be broken down, whether you have a leak in the home, that sort of thing. Depending if you bought a brand new property or if it's an older property, you might want to have some dollars set aside for home improvements. It could be your bathroom needs to be done up, or the kitchen. You could have potentially purchased a home that was a fixer-upper, and so you would have set aside some dollars for renovation. That could be kind of costly. Aesthetically, it might look pretty good, but underneath there's certain things that needs to be done. So depending on your style, you will probably need to have some money set aside for that. Then you have your closing costs. So your closing costs can include land transfer tax, as well as your lawyer's fees. Sometimes there are prorated costs related to the utility charges. Your lawyer will factor all of that information in and then give you a total sum amount that you will have to give them on closing day. And so those would be charges that you would really need to factor into the final closing. So again, it is an exciting process. It is a grueling process, and it can be very anxiety provoking. But if you have all of these things set in stone and it's all put in place, it will be very seamless, and your transaction on closing day will be fine. You'll get your keys and you'll get into your home. So that's all I have for you for today. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so now so you don't miss any of the valuable information that I have to offer you. Until next time, here's to your real estate experience.